welcome in everybody to Michigan International Speedway out in Brooklyn, Michigan. Tonight we're joined on the virtual track here in Brooklyn, Michigan, and we're doing things a bit differently tonight. We're kicking off bright and early with a little pre-race action from the booth. We got everybody in here tonight. We got a little bit of a pre-race show, lots of things to cover, a little schedule. Got about 43 minutes remaining in practice at the current moment. Ricky Howell Jr. currently leads lap times and also has run the most laps in practice. But before we dive into that, let's take a look at what happened last week at the Nashville Superspeedway. Last week, Truck Series race number 5, Nashville Superspeedway, started out with some action on the racetrack. 27, Scotty Landon goes around lap number 1, collects the 14 of Alana Bray, ends his race. Later on in the race, Caleb DSA would sweep both stage number 1 and stage number 2, earning himself a solid 12 stage points. During stage number 2, the 29 Cole Christopher would go around, taking out contenders such as Zachary Evans and George Bark. Big wreck there for Nashville. Later on in the race, we come to the white flag. The 04 Mason T. Wilson 60 of Liam Wheeler tried to stretch their fuel out, not quite able to make it to the end. Justin Durant's going to take the lead. He's going to come around on that white flag, leading the last lap of the race and win at Nashville. It was a action-packed race to say the least last week. So we cut back to live practice right now. Lots of points, lots of shuffling. Our winner, Justin Durand. Second place last week, Caleb DSA. Third, David Durand. Fourth, George Bark, overcoming that damage. Still not quite the speed in the car he hoped to have. Liam Wheeler able to wheel it around and escape with a 5th place finish despite running out of fuel. Poor Mason T. Wilson found himself unable to complete the lap. He would finish 1 lap down in the 13th position. Ricky Howell Jr. had himself an 18th place finish after some issues on track as well. In a moment, I think we're going to welcome in our first pre-race interview tonight. Going to have a couple of these on the dash to invite some guys in, give it a good talk, and have a good time tonight. While we do this, I will let y'all watch practice real quick and get this set up. Alrighty, we're going to welcome to the booth the number 19, Jaden Duran, running that 19 Toyota. He currently finds himself in the 11th position in points. 2 top 10s this season, 11th place last week at the Nashville Superspeedway. Mr. Duran, welcome to the booth. Alrighty, we're gonna kick things off here with a couple questions. Last week, 11th place finish, not quite the top 10 you were hoping for. How did you feel could have approached that one differently?
I definitely could have pitted a little bit later. Would have put me at least in the top 8, but the fuel has never been my strong suit. And, well, same thing happened in Charlotte when I was 9 laps away from winning that one.
Yeah, big story last week, fuel saving. Nobody was able to do it in the truck race. Cup, different story on the other hand, but as far as we're focused trucks tonight, fuel saving tonight could be another fuel saver. Fuel's definitely an important factor tonight. How do you plan on approaching that, changing your strategy tonight if we get in a similar situation?
Uh, well, I think now that I actually have my teammates here with me, we can create some sort of plan to ride around in the back and just save fuel as much as we can, save tires, hopefully get stage points in stage 2, and just save enough fuel to the end, really. I mean,
Of course. Already big kicker, 11th in points, first out of the cut line. How are you feeling with your chances here? We got about 5 or so races left until the playoffs.
I I'm pretty confident I can get myself into the top 10 here this race. Uh, I did miss Daytona, so it's really unfortunate. But yeah, I feel confident I can get myself at least into the top 5 before playoffs come.
Well, that's good to hear. I know tonight another big kicker is tires. Um, wear can be a bit of a factor. Less sets this week. How do you think you'll fare with managing the tire situation?
Well, the tire situation's more interesting to me than the fuel because there's many, many grooves here at Michigan. Uh, the bottom seems to be eating the tires a lot more, so we'll probably see a lot of guys running top for speed and tire saving. But with only 3 sets, 80 laps, 20, 20, 20, plus the ones that we start on, it's definitely going to come close to tire wear. Definitely going to want to save my tires for that.
Of course, and stage breaks, we could maybe use those to take advantage, save some tires. I wish you luck with that. In the meantime, I know tonight's going to be a fun one. Lots of people out on track. Going to have to use that draft a lot. How do you think you'll be able to manage, a relatively flat out track?
Um, I think it's really just going to come down to who has the more guts to ride against the wall. It seems to be the wall is the faster way around the track, and there's not very many passing opportunities here unless you're on fresh tires, and, well, clearly we only have 3 sets of tires. So we'll definitely see what we make of it. It should be an interesting race. I'm just excited and ready to go.
Alrighty, I know you're amped up. You're looking to get DSA Racing their first win in this Heroes United Truck Series. I want to wish you luck tonight from the booth in your green 19 machine.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you later on in the race, but good luck.
Hello.
Alrighty, we're going to move on to our second segment tonight. First off, I want to welcome Mr. Gavin Boog to the booth tonight. He's going to be my other partner on the broadcast. Gavin,
Well,
welcome. It's good to have some companion here, but we're going to break into our second big segment of the pre-race show. So we'll recap our standings. Right now, Ricky Howell Jr. leads the way over Travis Daly, Caleb Desai, Cole Christopher, Mason T. Wilson, your top five, all within 70 points. The top three, really, the close split. Hunter Winkler running in the 8th position, 99 points. Only 14 points over at 10th place cut. That's the big deal tonight is the cut line at 10th. Kevin Page, only 8 points to the good. Tied with Zachary Evans. Jaden Duran, who we just spoke to, 11th, 8 points out. Gavin Thornhill, Dwayne Crespo, Michelle Miller, Ryan Kluser, and George Bark. All within 33 points, one race of the top leader. It's definitely something worth noting for how this race goes tonight. It'll be everybody looking to make the most of their points. Got 2 stages, 6 points available in both for winning them. Also 35 points to the winner tonight. Like we mentioned back here on page number 1, Ricky Howell Jr. currently our points leader. Let's look into how that one machine's doing this season. Ricky Howell Jr. He's got first position in points, 2 wins on the season, Texas and Martinsville back-to-back, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s on the season. Last week, first time for the one machine not finishing in the top 10. Gavin, as a fellow driver of the one, how do you make of Ricky's season so far?
seems pretty good. I haven't really been following, but seems like he's put in the work.
Yes, Ricky had a shot at back-to-back-to-back when we went to Charlotte a few weeks ago. Not quite able to capitalize there, but a winner on both a short track and a mile and a half this season. Go to Michigan, where Ricky right now finds himself in the first position out on track right now, running a 182 miles an hour around the big old Michigan International Speedway. Also take this chance to look at the current leaderboard, where we see Mr. Howell leading the charge over Gino Zito, Justin Duran, Mason T. Wilson, and Tim Pugel in the 5th position. Draft's going to be a big kicker tonight. Got some guys running up towards the front. Last week's race dominator, Caleb Desai, swept both stages. He's currently in the 6th position, but was not quite able to take the win over the current 3rd place car, Justin Duran, after Mason T. Wilson and Mr. Wheeler both ran out of fuel coming to the white flag. I think last week definitely was a strong showing from some of these guys that we haven't seen up front throughout the season. Been seeing this one machine dominating races so far. He's been leading laps, terrorizing the field. So when he found himself in trouble early in the race, we had a couple different trucks shuffle their way towards the front. It was definitely a different sight. Take a look at the standings. Howell currently has 177 points, only 11 bonus points on the season. Still leading charge by almost double over the next highest bonus points. Reminder, can earn bonus points in a couple ways: leading a lap, leading the most laps, fastest lap, and winning the pole. Howell currently owns a 16-point lead over the 35 machine of Travis Daly. Speaking of Travis Daly, he is the next part of this pre-race show. I believe we're going to step aside for a moment, let you see some on-track action, and when we join back, we'll be speaking with the number 35. Alrighty. Welcome Mr. Travis Daly, driver of the 35 machine, to the booth. Daly currently sits in the second position in points. 4 top 5s on the season and finished 6th place last week at the Nashville Superspeedway. Travis, welcome to the booth. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you guys having me.
Ready running a different shift this week, pre-race show. Got some time to reflect on the previous week at Nashville, where you found yourself finishing 6th. How are you feeling after race number 5 of the season?
Yeah, definitely did some reflection over the end of last race. I definitely feel like we probably had a top 4, 3 or 4 car. So I think we left a few spots on the track. But coming into this week, pretty excited. I think overall, I think the truck's going to handle fairly decent. The only thing I have noticed so far is when it's in dirty air, it'll get real tight, aero push, and then the back end will come around on you real fast before you even know what's going on. So that's the only thing I'm going to be watching out for tonight. Hopefully that doesn't happen to us or any of our team members, but yeah, that's what we're looking for this week.
Alrighty, and I know last week was a bit of a different style race than the last few. Fuel mileage, you yourself finished behind the 60 who tried to run long on fuel, took the white flag but not able to win the race. Is there any concerns tonight or different ideas for maybe fuel strategy?
Yeah, if everything kind of, I think once we get going, I think the restarts are going to be a little questionable because that's really the spot where you can gain a lot of positions. So everybody's going to be kind of diving into 1 for sure, and then into 3 once they get up to speed. But I think after we get past that and get spread out a little bit, I think we're going to end up on some pretty long green flag runs. So I think fuel mileage is going to come into play. So I think we've got a little bit different pit strategy this week. So hopefully we have no issues with that, and we'll have plenty of fuel at the end.
Alrighty, and another concern maybe besides fuel, tires. Tire wear a big factor here. 3 sets, same as last week, but less sets than we were running earlier in the season. Is there any concern over managing the tires at a track where you can be flat out in these trucks?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a concern, having 1 less set, especially if you're, even involved in any type of incident or anything like that where you're sliding sideways. You pretty much just burned a set right there, even if you just put them on. So, you definitely are going to have to manage the sets very cautiously and take care of them for sure. It's definitely going to come into, I think, long fuel mileage, but who can manage their sets of tires the best.
Of course. And moving on from the racing aspect, we're currently, this marks 6 races away from the start of our 4-race chase here in the Truck Series. You find yourself second in points behind your other team member in Ricky Howell. How does it feel as a team owner, currently top 2 in points, and how does it feel as a driver yourself, fighting for maybe that first in points and those extra bonus points?
I feel great overall. I'll say that. I think I think Cole is even 4th maybe in points. So I mean, really, we've got 3 of the top 4 in points. I would definitely love to push Ricky for first place. Hopefully, we can make that happen here in the next couple weeks. Not some of my strong suits and tracks coming up, so that'll be interesting how that plays out. But I like how my preseason plans of running part-time have turned into running on a weekly basis and being up at the top of the points. So I'm pretty happy with how the team's running and how I'm running. Overall, yeah, definitely. And we got, all the rest of the team is not far behind in points either, and they're having strong showings every week. So, as a team owner, I couldn't be more proud.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome what TER has been doing this season. I know another factor tonight, it's a bit of a draft and track. There's some team play that can come into effect. Is there any talks over working together tonight, maybe getting around some of these guys like the 23 who found and 30 who found themselves further up front in the last few races?
Yeah, I definitely think, depending on kind of where we're at running on the track, on if we get those long green flag runs, if we can try to coordinate pit stops and come out relatively close to each other
Be
on the
who found
track,
themselves.
I definitely think we can make up some time drafting. Almost like a super speedway, not trying to pass and push each other necessarily, but trying to make up time and gain that on the field. So definitely a possibility for sure.
Of course, I know that we got probably the longest truck race of the season, if not at least the longest so far. So 80 laps at a 2 mile track. There's plenty of time, plenty of chances to make moves, but I want to wish you the best of luck tonight and thank you for joining us in the pre-race show. Something new, something exciting to look forward to the next few races.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me. I'm actually excited for this and see how it turns out. So yeah, I appreciate you having me, and yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, thank you very much and best of luck tonight. And we will resume the pre-race show here in a few minutes with our next segment. But in the meantime, some more on-track action. Alrighty, still showing some on-track action here. Currently looking at 15th fastest car on track, 74 of George Bark, 5 Gavin Thornhill right behind him. Um, in the meantime, we're going to branch into our next segment of the pre-race show as we hit 17-minute mark here for our race tonight. Qualifying going to be 5 minutes soon, 2 laps. But in the meantime, let's hit a quick race analysis for tonight at Michigan International Speedway. We're going to be running about 80 laps here tonight, 15, 30, 80, 3 sets of tires. Fuel looking like 20 to 30 laps. Fuel part got deleted. Yeah, shorter stage 1 and 2 compared to the rest of the race. It's definitely worth noting. You can potentially make the first 2 stages without stopping. Could be a strategy, but have to keep in mind tire wear. Also, lack of expendable sets. I know certain races we've had plenty of sets. You're never worried about running out. Maybe you run 5 laps and throw another set on. Tonight, a little bit of a different story. Not quite going to be the same. But it's definitely something to keep in mind. It's also worth noting tonight that before we go into the race, stage points. Stage 1, Stage 2, top 6 earn points. No bonus points carry over to the playoffs. That only applies for wins. But those points mean a lot as far as point seeding goes. We'll keep the standings real quick again. Currently, our top 8 will earn themselves bonus points to start the playoffs. Those bonus points will matter a lot in our 4-race chase this season. Current top 8 will each earn a bonus point based on how many points they have with their points position, with first earning the most bonus points to start the chase. It's also worth noting 35 points to the winner and another 32 to the second place, and then descending from 30 on down for third and back. Points, big kicker tonight. In the meantime, we're going to set up our third and final interview of this pre-race session. I'm going to bring in, when we return, the 87 of Kevin Page. welcome back to the pre-race show. Final segment for tonight. We've got the 87, Kevin Page, in the booth. Kevin currently resides in the 9th points position. He has one top 10 this season, coming with his 9th place finish last week at Nashville. Kevin, welcome to the booth.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you, Kevin, for joining us. Best finish of the season last week, first top 10. Nashville, how are you feeling? How is the momentum going to carry over from that finish?
It was a good finish. Nashville, I was done very well there in other races, and it definitely a boost in confidence. And I had really good races in this track, and I'm hoping I can carry it over and get another top 10.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, at this point in the season, you're currently residing 9th in points. You're tied with the 0 of Zachary Evans for that last transfer spot to the cut line. Top 10 make the chase. 8 points to the good. I think every point matters at this point. How are you going to do your best to maximize points?
Try to get up there, get some stage points. If not, just make a consistent run and try to finish as high as I can.
Tonight, from only 3 sets of tires. Tire wear going to be a big factor. How are you planning to attack the track?
We'll be conservative with tires at first and going to make them last. Try to save a set for the end of the race in case. Pretty much go with the flow.
Yep, going with the flow. It's going to be a big factor tonight. Having a set later on in the race could be a big kicker. Late race caution, maybe get an advantage over some of the guys who burn their stuff up early on, don't quite have the luxury of an extra set.
Yep.
I think besides that, it's worth noting, drafting track, you got teammates in the field tonight. Is it going to be of importance to maybe work with teammates to keep pace or catch up with guys?
We got a mixed bag of strategy. A couple guys are going to do something different, and basically help each other out when we can. If not, then basically you're on your own.
Another thing as far as mixed bag, last week was a set of guys trying to save fuel, maybe run long to the end. There's also guys who took the option to pit. Could be a factor again tonight with a 50-lap stage 3. Are there any ideas in mind as far as how to approach the fuel situation?
That's what I did last week. I used a fuel strategy, and it worked out for me. And this one, it's, like I say, it all depends on how the race goes. Your strategy could change mid-race. And other than that, that's about it.
And it's worth noting, back to the points position, you're currently tied with the 0 of Zachary Evans and only 8 points to the good over the 19 of Duran. Is it going to be a factor as far as how you race these other guys? Maybe you see them on track, give them a little less room, or are you going to be a little more forgiving with 6 races still to go in the chase, until the chase?
I'm not going to change the way I race. I stay clean and try to stay off people, and I don't matter if I was running for first. I wouldn't push it and end up ruining both of our races.
Of course, big factor. You got to keep your car clean. As long as the other guys stay clean, you can help yourself stay clean. But I want to thank you for joining us in the show tonight. Want to wish you the best of luck out on track. Currently 17th fastest in practice. Going to be important to maybe set a qualifying lap and get going here in 5 minutes, but best of luck tonight.
Well, thank you. And I hope everybody has fun watching. Hope we can put on a good show. It's a wide track, a little slick, but being wide, it should be a good race.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As we finish off our last segment there, we got about 4.5 minutes until the start of our qualifying session. We have a new fastest car on track, 51 of David Durand. He finds himself running about a tenth of I apologize, not a tenth, a 100th of a second faster than Howell in the one machine. Practice times maybe not going to quite match our qualifying times. Had to factor in draft and other aspects out on track, but definitely a mixed bag of guys further up. Our dominant car, the 30 of DSA, is only 6th fastest out on track right now. Cole Christopher, the 29 car, he currently resides 3rd fastest on track. We're on board with him right now with the 39.760. It's going to be slick out there, a little warm, a little hot on this June day, both for our perspective and the racetrack condition perspective. See guys tap the ball there. The 04 goes around here as we're reaching the end of practice. In the meantime, I want to thank you for joining us something a little new tonight. Dive in, maybe for those just joining us, give a quick one last flash of the standings before we enter tonight. Howell, Daly, DSA, your top 3. Cole Christopher, we were just on board with 4th. I think if you are the top 4 at the moment, being over 50 points to the good, that's about a 1 race buffer between the cut. You're feeling pretty confident right now on your odds over the next 6 races. 5th on back, I think 27, 25 points, you're feeling good, but as we get down to Gino and Hunter, sitting only 15 and 14 points to the good respectively, that's where you start to sweat it. One spin on track late in the race, one DNF can really be the kicker. Here, looking at the cut line showing up for sure now. We've got plenty of guys still in this battle. Everybody shown on screen right now has a shot at making the chase. 33 points. It's not the biggest of gaps with 6 races. Get down to maybe 2, 3 races to go, you start to sweat it a bit more. It's definitely time to chip away. Stage point is going to be of extreme importance. Only a max of 12 available per race. It's not very many, and if you're not running up front, that can be the big difference. Not a lot of opportunity to get them. Definitely a big factor. Big Cody Payer fans in the chat. Secondary Gary wants Payer to hit the wall. Hopefully we don't see too many cautions tonight. Payer currently 13th fastest in that 3 machine out on track. But 1 minute to go. I'll catch y'all here in about 50 seconds to go over our qualifying session. Thank you for this new experience, pre-race show. Hope to bring this back maybe on some future broadcasts. In the meantime, we're going to get into the big action out on track. Alrighty, qualifying is going to begin here right now. Got 77 Gino Zito out on track first. 30 of DSA as well. Hop on board here with first car out on track, Zito. Zito ran fast in practice, I believe 4th fastest in our practice session. DSA Racing 77 in need of a good run, sitting right along those cut line. The threshold's something important. It's going to be a big factor into what happens over the next couple of weeks. Zito's going to start his first lap out on track. Right now we got about 8 cars on the racetrack running their first laps of the session. Zito's strong down the backstretch. He's got some good pace in that car. He's going to be entering the corner at 175 here on exit. Lots of speed in that machine. Already topping up to 180. Going to the top. First car to set a lap with a 42.83. Just barely faster than the 35 of Daly. See if we can catch somebody else. As Wheeler sets the fastest lap, he goes about 3/100ths faster than Desai. On board with Dwayne Crespo here in the 25 as Benji Horton now goes to the top. Great lap for the 36. Dwayne coming across the line here to set his lap, I believe. This will be a 45 for them. Points leader Ricky Howell Jr. going out on track right now. We'll catch him in a second. George Bark also out on track at the moment. Dwayne Crespo going for his second lap. Carrying a lot of speed down that backstretch. Currently at 183 into turn 3. Mason T. Wilson goes 43.76 on his second lap. Crespo going to cross the line, try to improve from his first lap. Tire wear factor, it's going to be hard to improve your times. Crespo does improve his by about a 10th and a half. Gains himself a spot. George Bark completes his lap. See if he can grab 17 of Nicholas Sasak out on track, making his Truck Series debut tonight. Cole Christopher goes 6th fastest. David Duran goes 11th fastest on his first lap. As Justin Duran jumps to the top of the board, he goes 40.152, running about almost a 10th faster than Benjamin Hoare in second. Currently looking at the 87 of Kevin Page. As Ricky Howell Jr. jumps to the top of the board, he goes 40.135, 2/100ths faster than David Durand for that pole position. George Bark jumps up to 3rd, now 4th, as David Durand jumps 40.152. He runs an identical lap to his brother there in the 30.23. Juan Cobbs Jr., Duolingo 13 machine out on track right now. He's going to cross the line for his first lap, I believe, going to start here. Currently 17 cars have completed a lap out on track. Evans improves his time up to 7th. Payer up to 12th. Everybody pretty close in time. It's worth noting. Cobb's wrapping the bottom here. Gonna complete his first lap as he rumbles down that front stretch. Dives it on the apron. Gonna shortcut as much as he can. Cobbs goes 17th fastest at the moment. We've got the end of our session right now. Looks like Ricky Howell Jr. is going to win the pole at Michigan. Congratulations to our pole winner, Ricky Howell Jr. See if we can grab a quick interview with our pole sitter. Got the pole sitter, Ricky Howell Jr., current points leader, going to start on the pole for, I believe, the third time this season. Track position, going to play a factor tonight. Lots of drafting. How are you feeling starting from the front row?
I guess that's a place we want to be there, starting P1. You know, hopefully keep some clean air on it, and not wear the tires as much if we can hold it. I don't know. I think I run a little bit higher steering ratio than these guys, so I might fall back here to begin with. We'll see what they do on tires here.
Ready? I know gonna be a lot of factors in it tonight. You got to keep that car out front. How important it is to set the pace of the field. How do you plan on approaching that?
I mean, the first couple laps here, I guess we'll be full throttle, until we kind of clear out and gets kind of single file here. Maybe after that, maybe start saving some tires.
Of course, want to wish you good luck starting from the front row tonight, and look forward to seeing you out on track.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you, Ricky. Congratulations to our pole winner, Ricky Howell Jr. We're going to run through our starting lineup here in a second. Let's see if we can grab these guys here. Ricky Howell Jr. going to start from the front row. We're going to go around and get this race going here in just a second. Congratulations to Ricky, current points leader. Howell, probably the fastest car out on track so far this season. It's worth noting. We'll run through our starting lineup. On his outside is not the 24, the 51 of David Duran Jr. To his inside, his brother, last week's winner, 23 Justin Duran, and 74 of George Burke. Cole Christopher starting in row number 3 with Benji Hoare, his best truck start of the season, in 6th. 7th position, Zachary Evans. Right on the cut line, every point's going to matter for him tonight, with, I believe, 60 of Liam Wheeler on the outside. Inside row number 5, 30 of Caleb Desai, followed by 10th place, Gino Zito in the 77 DSA Racing Machine. Travis Daly for TDR in 11th, and 12th out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Cody Bayer. Dwayne Crespo with his outside being the 04 Mason T. Wilson. 97 of Dalton Tubbs with Nicholas Sack on his outside. Gavin Thornhill is to the outside of 13 of Juan Cobbs Jr. Dom Luba further back in the pack with Duran behind him, and Levi Taylor making his series debut. 87 Kevin Page, who we spoke to earlier, coming off a season best 9th place finish last week. 28 Ryan Kaiser. Tim Pugel back there in 24th position, with Alana Bray rounding out the field. Going around one more time tonight, we're looking at 15 ticker. It's messed up, but 15 laps here tonight. Got no ticker at the second. Apologize, hang on. There, technical difficulties for getting this out of the way early tonight. Good thing, I guess. Get these difficulties out nice and quick. Let's see, ticker should be back now. Here we go. Now it's just displaying the wrong laps, unfortunately, but we're gonna go here pace truck's going to pull down to pit road. We're going to start our first stage of the night, looking at 15 laps here in stage number 1. And green flag is out. On board right here with our pole sitter, Ricky Howell. He's got the 51 of Durand getting a strong shove from the 74 on the outside. Brother Durand pushing this one on the inside. Here to start the race. We have some fans of the 13, 3, 29, 3 again, and 60 in chat. Ricky Howell Jr. falls back in line. He goes to the 3rd position at the moment as Durand to the front. George Bark helping him on the outside, probably the preferred line. Howell falls quickly back to 3rd. He's got the 24 to his 23 to his inside. We're looking on the outside. He's going to try to freight train that 23 further back in the pack. Got the 60 of Wheeler. Cole Christopher making a move to the inside of the 30s. 77 looking to the inside of the 29. Drift up the track 3 wide on corner exit. Meanwhile, up front, Howell looking to make a move on Bark. And the yellow is out. Early caution here at Michigan International Raceway. We'll see if we can check what brought out our yellow flag there. Not quite sure. We'll see if we can find it further back in the pack.
Look at Jaden.
Got info that it would involve the 19 of Jaden Duran, as he would go up and over off corner exit.
He went sideways.
I believe he would get a little high into the 7 of Levi Taylor, bringing out our first yellow of the night. Unfortunate situation for Duran. Probably going to have to use that fast repair early in the race. Meanwhile,
You want to do it? 1 out of 3.
Mr. Durand has taken over the lead. Alrighty. Some early action out on the racetrack. Looking at lots of interesting moves. The 19 of Durand's going to receive the EOL for our first incident tonight. Definitely squeezed out on track, drifted up, caught the 7, up and over. Hopefully damage isn't critical for his race, but hate to see that, especially on lap number 2. So I believe we're going to hit the 1 to go this time by. No takers for tires. Too early, only running about 1 lap on them. Still plenty of time in this race. Remember, lead or lane choice. It'll be interesting to see what this 51 decides as he comes across the line here. top lane, probably one of the more dominant lanes here, but maybe not necessarily on the restarts, as Duran's going to choose the inside. Have the 74, who had a great restart. Part of the reason the 51 was able to go on point to the lead, choosing the outside lane. Driver's going to come around here down the backstretch, looking to complete their laps. If we go green, we'll have a relatively short sprint to the end of stage 1, and then we'll see first opportunity for some strategy call as far as fuel and tires. This caution plus a stage break will probably ensure that you can make it to the end of stage 2 without stopping for fuel. Definitely going to be a factor in tonight's race. Fuel strategy being a big player on last week's terms could also be in play tonight, as we mentioned during our pre-race services. Worth noting, pace truck's going to pull down to the pit road. We're going to hit the restart zone for our first restart of the race. Going to be on the 51's command when he fires away. He fires away early in the zone. Away he goes. The 74 gets a great launch on the outside. 36 behind him, though, no help. 74 is going to get side by side here with Duran entering turn 1. Ricky Howell behind them. Going to have some momentum as well to maybe make a split. Further back in the pack, we've got some action as Bark looking to the outside of Duran. Duran going to pull that one, get them side by side down the backstretch. Further on in the pack, the 30 of DSA has made his move up to the 5th position. They're 4 wide out on the racetrack. Lots of space around here. Pear had dallied to his inside. Further on up the track, Bark under fire from the 23 now for the 3rd position, as Howell able to jump up into 2nd. Howell's going to take a peek here on the inside. Not quite going to get it. 23, 74 side by side for 3rd still. 74 is going to have the momentum down the backstretch. He clears himself into the 3rd position. You got the 60 and 77 side by side down the backstretch. They go. 30 looking now to the inside of the 23 into 3. Gonna get low, not quite gonna get to the inside as 36 gets sideways in that DBR machine. 77 tapped him in the back. Some action back there. That orange 36. Yellow 36. Close enough. 97 of Dalton Tubbs has the 3 of Cody Pear following him. Benji falling all the way back into 12th. Top 5 under a blanket. Ricky Howell and George Bark side by side. Bark now clears himself very tightly between the 51 and 1. Bark going to dive it low to the inside. Going to try to slide job his way to the top if he can get there. Bark's going to clear the 51. Not going to have the momentum, though. 51's going to look to cross him back over. Sides, it's a little early in the race. Maybe Consent was sitting in line a bit. Bark leads, I believe, his first lap led of the race. Remember, leading a lap earns you a bonus point in the Truck Series. Leading the most laps earns you an additional bonus point. All these guys battling in a tight points battle to both make the chase and also win the regular season championship. They're going to be almost 3 wide, just now single filing out for 4th position. Desai still rolling in 5th. Gino Zito in the 77 quickly finding himself up to 6th. You got guys nose to tail down the front stretch, able to run up front, you know, pretty flat out here as we have 6 laps to go in stage number 1. Bark building himself a bit of a lead now over the 1 of Howell. That 51 machine's quickly fading back as decides to his inside. He gets help from the 33 into the corner. Decides going to get a run. Maybe look to slide it up on corner exit in front of this 51. and he's going to clear himself. The 51's falling quickly, maybe struggling for grip after burning up stuff early on. In this run, Zachary Evans making a move on Wheeler now into turn number 1. Lots of action there. Look further back in the pack. See some guys making moves here. Look towards the back. We see some guys also willing to maybe take it a little easy. Not want to risk their Dave, maybe the 19 of Durand as he gets passed by the 29 of Cole Christopher. Not quite wanting to early in this race after experiencing some damage, minimize the amount of risk, especially early in the race. Lots of time still left as we're having some shuffling towards the front here. We'll go catch back up with these guys. Further up in the pack, the top 4 have broken away as Howell's looking to the inside of the 74. He's going to wash up the track with him, getting real tight on exit. That's going to let the 23 get a big run. Bark able to roll the top. They're going to be nose to tail first through third. DSA looks to the inside of the 174 sideways. Oh, the 1 had to dive out of the way there. It's going to hurt his run. 30 now getting passed by the 23. They're side by side for the lead, side by side for third. Going to go look 3 wide goes the 23 as both guys stay high. And the 23 is going to have a chance to clear himself to the lead, and he does. Last week's winner finds himself out in front, taking 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. That high lane has 3 cars in a line. The 1 all by himself looking low. Maybe going to be able to clear himself in front of this 30 on corner exit. If not, get side by side with the 74, and he does. 23 is going to give him the toe down the front stretch, or down the back stretch here. Lots of action up front as we're coming to the final lap here in stage number 1. Justin Duran, the 23 machine, finds himself on point so far. Side looking low here. They're going to be 3 wide across the line for second. Bark takes that. Reminder, stage points to the top 6 are oh so important, especially as we move past the halfway point in the season. Howell gets a good run in corner entry. He's basically sideways through this corner. He's fighting that car big time. He's going to fall in line. 74 is going to have 1 final shot to catch the 23. This 23 is going to continue marching along here, coming to complete final lap in stage number 1. It's going to be Justin Durand crossing the line in first, followed by George Bark, Ricky Howell, Caleb Desai. We look further back, we're going to get points to the 04 and 0 as that'll conclude stage number 1. Stage 1 winner, Justin Durand, last week's race winner. Speaking of last week's race winner, we'll take this time real quick to get a quick Nashville race recap line before we hit pit stops. Last week, if you missed this in the pre-race show, we went over it, but we'll give it a quick recap to those just joining us. We hit Nashville, where early on lap number 1, the 27 would get around collecting the 14. They would hit the wall hard. Caleb Desai would sweep both stage 1 and 2. That 30 machine was on point early in the race. The big one would involve 29 of Cole Christopher. He gets around, takes out both the 0 and 74. Big damage for those guys. And then the big kicker in the race coming to the white flag, the 04 and 60, both trying to stretch their tank of gas, find themselves 1 lap short of glory as the 23 is going to take the lead here and roll around leading the last lap to win at Nashville. the meantime, we'll hop on board here with 23 Stage 1 winner. Justin Durand. Good run there from 23. He was able to get to the lead towards the end of the run. Have to imagine these guys will probably want a set of tires. Ran about 10 laps, but maybe, just maybe, they want to save them. So we're going to hit pit road this time by. See who decides to stay out and who decides to hit pit road. First car into the pits goes Durand. Bark follows suit, and it looks like just about everybody's going to bring it down to pit road here. As the 19 stays out, he's going to take the lead. He pit after that lap 2 wreck. Howell's going to have the advantage here going all the way to the last box. He's going to have the shortest time out of pit road. As he actually overshoots his box, and he's going to lose that advantage pretty quickly. If we look further back, George Bark, 2 tire stop. He's going to be first off pit road. Everybody else seems to be taking 4. For the most part, Juan Cobbs takes 2. He's going to find himself rolling 3rd off pit road. George Bark first off pit road, 2 tire stop for him. It looks like a lot of guys who were up front further back took 4, maybe a couple guys like the 13 machine finding themselves track position by only taking 2 tires. Ready, we're going to come to 1 to go. The 19 of Durand has assumed the race lead. He stays out on about 10 lap old tires. Definitely not the biggest deal as far as tire wear goes. He's only got to go about 12 more laps to the end of stage 2 and potentially sneak his way some stage points, especially after that early wreck. Bark on his outside is only on 2 tires in that 74 machine. He's going to look to take advantage of the extra track position along with the 19.
Yeah.
77.
Yeah, we have a watermelon car like Ross Chastain.
Gino Zito,
Wow.
member of DSA Racing.
I love that truck.
A little bit of a team member. We're going down the backstretch here. We're going to hit turns 3 and 4. Going to get restarted here in just a moment. Oh, big Boog fans in chat.
There should.
Big
That's
Boog
my boy.
fans from the sides of mountains in chat right now. As Pace Truck's going to hit pit road, we're going to go green here with... I believe we're going to go green here with 12 to go in stage number 2. Ticker's wrong. I'll have to fix that in a second. Apologies. As Jaden Duran gets a good jump to get rolling here. He's going to be side by side now on the corner exit. As Ticker should be up to date. Duran getting a big push from the 74. They've got 11 to go here in stage number 1 or 2. Everybody's lumped together on track. 23 to the inside. He's going to look to maybe slide up in front of that 19. Not quite going to get there. The 19's going to have all the momentum. They're 4 wide for 3rd place back there. DSA on the outside. Yeah,
I
so
was
Duran out
listening in the
in
booth.
front.
Oh, he's gone. He's back.
He is staying out on old tires. He's sideways. He's sideways. Around he goes. Oh no! Oh
Oh,
my
could have saw that
goodness!
one coming.
Duran on old tires goes
Oh,
around, not
no
able to
tires, just gas,
hold
huh? He's
control
getting
of his
just
car.
pushed
He
by
collects a
Ricky,
bunch of.
and Ricky is just destroying him instead of braking. What is going
Duran
on?
collects a bunch of cars. That was a huge hit for the 19.
The big one.
Hate to see that, as that took out a bunch of cars up on the racetrack. Oh my goodness. Stays out on old tires. I mean, the 19 just goes around. Involved
Yeah.
in both incidents now today. That might be the end of the 19's race.
Yeah, well, that shows why you should take tires.
Yeah, big reason why tires matter here today. 19 cold old tires collects a couple really good cars. The 74 and the 1 receive a lot of damage. 1 showing his displeasure there after the fact. But man, that was a huge hit for the
That was
1.
crazy.
See if we can
He just kept pushing him.
get some alternate angles here. I'm on board the pace car showing alternate angles. Get up to the 19.
I mean, I could have saw that one coming from a mile away, bro. As soon as I said his name.
Running up front, commentators. James.
Yeah. He went up,
I believe he's,
back.
we're on the wrong car. I believe he's going to get
The back of his
sideways.
car went like right, and then he went or he got pushed, and then boom, and he's spinning, and then he keeps getting hit, and then just
Yeah,
getting cooked.
Duran, yeah, I mean, you hate to see that.
I don't know why the one ran into him, but he was
He
just
was
trying to stay with the
sideways.
wall.
Yeah, 74 tagged. Duran came back up the track. 1 and him got collected just a bit.
Everyone a little bite of the 19.
Go on board with the 1 who received big damage in that incident as well. I mean, huge hit there. 1 takes the first big hit, and then the 19 comes back up the track into him. 77 is Zito, watermelon car as well, takes a big hit. Some of these guys going to have their faster pair left. 19, unfortunately, had to use his after that lap 1 incident. He'll be done for the day. But George Bark with a huge hit. He's currently going to be on pit road, I believe. Yeah, catch the onboard there with Bark, but he's going to roll away. A lot of guys having to use their faster pairs. DSA has taken over the race lead following that incident. So that'll be the end of the race for Jaden Duran, most likely.
He's done.
Yeah, lap
He
1
used the
incident.
faster pair the first time.
Lap 2 incident probably had to use the faster pair. That was a huge hit. Led a lap, earns a bonus point, but going to finish 25th.
1 bonus point.
25th on track. It's not going to bode well as far as points for a man who entered the day only 8 points below the cut line. He's going to dig himself a deeper hole as we go side by side here, taking 1 to go.
Yeah, he might be cooked.
Take one last replay of what happened there. See if we can get it. Oh, different story it looks like, as it was in fact not Duran who maybe caused the incident, but in fact
Wasn't.
the 23 car got to his bumper and turned him. Ugh. Hate to see that happen, as we're going to add a lap real quick.
Let me see.
23 car is going to earn himself
That's not a penalty for the 23. He was already going down.
We're going to step aside real quick and address the situation as we added 1 lap until green flag. Alrighty, we're going to go back live here. 23 car found not at fault for the incident. 19, unfortunately, done for the day, it looks like. Got loose. 23 lifted, nowhere to go. Everybody goes around. A lot of top contenders find themselves in a bit of a predicament, but that does not mean we're not going to keep racing, as we're going to go green here. 30 of DSA hits the restart zone. He chose the outside lane. He's our leader. Away he goes. He's going to cross the line and clear himself down in front. 23 now gets a run. Good push from the 04. Guys further back in the pack. 36 finding himself back towards the front now after those incidents. 30 of DSA hits the wall. That's going to give opportunity for 23 to go out in front. 04 follows in suit. Now the 0 follows as well. 23 car stage 1 winner finds himself out in front, coming to 4 to go in stage number 2. Durant has a hard charging Mason Wilson, eager for redemption from last week's unfortunate ending on his bumper. Using that draft as best as he can. He might as well eat up these tires quickly, not run many laps on them, and caution is out. We'll see what happened, as I believe this will be the conclusion of our stage as well.
Was
We have some people
it,
upside
the
down.
97 was involved? Oh my, 29. Oh my
29,
goodness.
97 upside down. We'll get review on this. We're gonna check this replay. I believe we said 97 involved. Oh, 29 involved as well. See, he goes sideways, up and over. I believe we checked the replay. The 97 looks to not quite. They just get sandwiched together. A bit of a racing incident. 97 and 8. As we're going to have people enter pit lane, we're going to go to live Already important pit stops here. Guys probably most likely topping off on field. We have not run a lot of laps, as that was the end of our stage number 2. Justin Duran's going to win that stage. He's also going to be first off pit road. He's going to sweep both stages. So far on pace for max points today, the 23 of Justin Duran, last week's race winner, off to a great start today. 60 car decides to stay out. Interesting call with fuel looking to be just about in half from this point. 60 might have to make 2 stops if he stays out on track, if he wants to make it to the end of this race. As we hit our 4th caution of the day. Not quite at the scheduled caution timing, but does leave us with no more scheduled cautions for the rest of the race. Duran currently has led 7 laps, but those 7 laps have come at important times, the ending of both stages, giving himself 12 points today. DSA further back in the pack. I want to thank you all again for joining us tonight. We're going to go side by side here. 60 of Wheeler chooses the inside lane. He's going to get us rolling here in just a second. We're going to come around the corner here, down the backstretch. Lots of cars finding themselves back towards the front. One of Howell as well finding himself towards the front. 97 Tubbs, who had a car spin off his nose there in the 29. Bit of a racing incident further up in the pack. Thankfully, that's not going to be the end of Cole Christopher's day. He finds himself in 18th at the moment. Gavin, a fellow partner, what have you thought of the race so far?
Getting a little long for my liking, but it's okay. A lot of wrecks. It's been pretty exciting in the
Yeah,
front.
some action, lots of guys close together. I think lots of chances to pass so far. Longest stage of the race coming up. Probably imagine it gets stretched out a bit. Hopefully we see less yellows, more green flag racing.
I could only hope.
I think fuel strategy will come into play, but in the meantime, we're going to roll up. Pace truck's going to hit pit road. We're going to get going here in stage number 3, going all the way to the finish line. Wheeler into the restart zone. Way he fires. Oh, my goodness. Wheeler goes, he clears himself to the front. Duran follows in suit. Down the inside, he's going to look at a chance at the lead. Wheeler falls back in line behind the 23. One of Howell making him move to the inside of the 60 and cautions out again.
See what it is this time.
I believe we're going to have the 77 involved. I apologize, I misspoke. The 3 is going to be involved with the 04. And is that, I believe that would be... I believe that's going to be the 51. Is that not? If I'm not mistaken, that is the 51. David Duran, one of the more dominant cars today. He finds himself involved as well. So we're going to see 04, I believe. Ugh. Smacks the wall there. Wrecks a couple big. Wrecks a big player in the 51. He's going to receive himself an EOL penalty for that incident. Hopefully some of these guys up front don't have to maybe waste a fast repair, or hopefully haven't already used it. So that would be unfortunate for them. Hate to see that, as believe something just happened under yellow. Had a couple guys. Oh my goodness. The 28 just wrecked somebody under caution. Unintentional, it looks like, but the 28's going to receive himself a penalty, now 1 of 3 for that move to the 28, Ryan Kaiser. Couple guys taking advantage to hit pit road real quick. While we're under yellow, we'll take a quick second, maybe pop up our race standings prior to the start of the race. Keep in mind, stage points have not been added just yet. Top 8 sitting comfortably. A couple of guys involved in some incidents today, including Travis Daly and Ricky Howell. Howell rebounded up to 3rd so far. Looking at our next 8, that cut line, Zachary Evans currently mired back in the pack, along with Kevin Page. Jaden Duran wrecked out of the race. He's going to plummet a bit. Davin Thornhill running 5th right now, maybe looking to skyrocket up into points-paying positions. Go back to live racing. Got some more 60 fans in chat. It's worth noting. Got some big players there looking to make some moves. Wheeler holding strong so far. He's really holding up. Still on those older tires than the guys around him. Gonna restart cold though. Hopefully he can hold on and keep it going. We're looking to go green here, hopefully. Green to the end, that would be amazing, but in the meantime, 23 car is going to lead us into the restart zone this time for our 5th restart of the race. Pace truck's going to pull off 60, stacking just a bit, guys. Stacking all over the place. Here as 23 fires away quickly in that restart zone. He's first to go. He gets a great jump into turn number 1. Guys fanning out behind him all over the place. They're about 3 wide, further on back for about the 7th position. 23, great launch. One's going to get to the inside of the 23. They're going to be 4 in a line, and the 5 car has gone up and over. That's going to bring out yet another yellow. Oh my goodness. What happened back in the pack? You hate to see that for the 5. I believe the 5 just drifts up the track. Thought he was clear. 17's right in the wall. 5 clips himself, flips himself over. 14 barrels through at the end of the wreck. Really cleans out that 17, but hate to see that, especially for the 5, who had been running so well. You know, maybe not the greatest starting position to begin the race, but rebounded pretty well now. Going to be mired back in traffic. Hopefully he still has that fast repair left to fix the car. It's on pit road right now. So we cross lap number 36 this time by. Still lots of racing left, not even halfway. A couple guys hitting pit road right now. I believe we're going to have 87 hit pit road. 60 also hit pit road. He's going to get himself those new tires. You can see him struggling just a bit now towards the end of the run. George Bark also hitting pit road here. Top it all off with fuel. No tires, it looks like. For Bark, Evans in his pit stall. Desperately in need of a big point today. Davin still repairing damage on pit road. Now goes one lap down. Nicholas Lasac found himself involved in the wreck. He's back out into track. Meantime, Tim Puget out on track in the 18th position as well. Currently remaining towards front in that 22 machine. Couple guys in need of a good points day. 36, Benjamin finds himself towards the front as well. Restarted the race up in 6th position. Currently running 7th, down 1 over the race, but not bad, not too shabby. Good points so far. Juan Cobbs Jr., that 13 machine, finds himself in the 4th position. He's our biggest gainer in the race so far, up 13 spots since the start of the race. Strong showing from the Duolingo machine. In the meantime, on this restart, 23 is going to choose the outside lane. Means the 1's going to restart in 2nd on the inside. We're going to restart here with 42 laps to go. Alrighty, we're going to restart here. 42 laps on board with the 23 going to lead us into the restart zone. Rolling that machine down this fast racetrack. Great launch for the 23-13 following in suit 30, pushing the 1 hard on the restart. 13 with a great launch from that 4th position on the outside. Going to get a chance to roll his way down into turn number 1. 77 finds himself back up into 6th already. Probably his 5th. 1 clears himself across the nose of the 13. 23 holding strong in the lead. One's going to get a run to the outside. 77 goes all the way to the wall. One going to get to the quarter panel of the 23 off of turn 4. He's going to get a run down this front stretch. Great run here for the one of Ricky Howell Jr. He's going to get around the 23 and take over race lead as we're hitting the halfway point this time. Lots of action out on the racetrack at the moment. Halfway this time by Ricky Howell in the lead on point right now. Started him first out in front, but the 23 car has found himself towards the front when it mattered most the last few times. 13 holding strong in third. 30 and 77 working together on his inside. One machine 23, give it a little kiss to each other, keep it rolling, keep it straight. Gonna give the chance to 30 to peak low, maybe be 3 wide on corner exit. 30 dives all the way to the bottom here. Looking to keep it in front, not quite, gonna clear back in line further back. 77 now to the inside, not quite gonna get to the inside of the 30, but inside of the 13 for sure. They're bunched up back there for the 4th position. As 24, I have 51, I believe, shoots all the way to the bottom. What an aggressive move. He's still on the bottom, looking to rip a 5 for 1 almost. Drifts up the track just a bit. 77's going to have to lift. 51 driving that 77 all the way up to the 13. We got 7 cars here battling for the 4th position right now. 13 holding strong on the outside. 77 to his inside. What a battle we got going on here for 4th. Couple guys getting into each other just a bit. They're going to come across this line. Howell leads the lap. Zito has prevailed into 4th. Lead 3 in line right now. Looking to maybe cruise around just a bit. Try to get deeper into this tire run. Not had a lot of deep tire runs right now. Allowed the group to stay fairly compact. We run through the field. 51 now up into the 5th position. 97 Dalton Tubbs into 6th. Looking to the inside for maybe 5th. Not quite going to get there. 13 starting to lose a couple spots right now. As 36 now passes him on the outside. Cody Payer looking high. A couple guys further back in the pack. George Bark involved in that end of stage 2 wreck, now making his way towards the front as well. All the way up into the 10th position. Front 3 still under a blanket as we've had a pass for the lead. 30 and 1 side by side. One prevails back on the outside. This battle's really lured in the other cars as Zito's now making a move here for the 3rd position. Zito looking low. He's going to make a move. Going to be side by side with the 23. 51 looking low. Zito blocks. 51 drifts back up the track. He's going to let the 97 get to his outside. They're going to be side by side for 3rd, side by side for 5th. Durand able to hold on to his 3rd position. This is all boding well for that one machine. He wants to see these guys duke it out, waste up some of their tires, so when they catch him, he can pull away. 77 gets real loose there, turning down to the bottom of the track. He's able to save it, though. So they're 3 wide right now for 7th. Further back in the pack. They're bump drafting into turn number 1. Zito goes all the way high. He's going to wrap that wall. He's going to let the 97 get to his inside. Oh, there's a couple guys, cars snapping on him. The 30 holding on tight. Big moves happening throughout the racetrack at the moment. Definitely some guys duking it out as the yellow flag has flown. Caution flag waves yet again. Caution number 7 tonight. Check further back in the pack and see. I believe this is going to be the 14 machine of Alana Bray. See if this has anything to do with the yellow flag. Not quite sure what happens here. We'll get a rewind. I believe 14 car maybe disconnects in corner exit. 22 drifts up a track, but then the 14 could have kept going, no caution. Instead just sits on the racetrack. So we've now had a caution under yellow yet again. Not quite sure what happened there. I think we had ourselves a racing incident to start, but not entirely sure what happened further back in the pack that caused the one. As we got pit stops going right now, trying to find out what happened. One slows up for the pace car. Definitely some interesting stuff happening out on track. 22 spins under caution. He's going to receive himself a penalty, unfortunately. Just locked it up. Second time we've seen somebody do that today as we jump live. Guys on pit road. 23 first car off pit road, but we do have people stay out on the racetrack. One car, first car off pit road, I believe. Looks like we have about half the field hit pit road there. Davin currently in the pits looking to repair some of his damage. But our new race leader is the 97 of Dalton Tubbs. With about 32 laps to go, I don't quite think you can make it on fuel. These guys shorting up maybe their last pit stop, but if we were to go green to the end, I believe everybody would still have to hit pit road one more time. Definitely something to consider. Quick race cap. I'm gonna go check out. Race recap. Current leader Dalton Tubbs. We've had 7 cautions for 22 laps. Caution fest today. 4 lead changes coming to go green here on lap number 50 of 80. Weather 75 degrees. Not a lot of wind. Humidity mid. It's allowed for some tight track conditions. Guys able to really draft up on each other. Definitely a big factor in this race. We're gonna go green here in just a second. Time to get back out on the racetrack. Leader Dalton Tubbs going to cross us first into this restart zone. Tubbs, away he goes. Great launch for the 97. 36 not quite as good of a launch on the outside. 97 fires off. Built himself a decent lead. 04 shoots to the middle of the 36 and 13. Back there for second. 13 drifts up the track just a bit. Guys 4 or 5 wide further back in the pack. And caution's going to come out yet again. Oh my goodness. I believe we had the 3 car go around there. See if we can get a replay on that. Yeah, 3 car drifts up the track, tags the 30, 51 receives damage. That might be the end of the 51's race. 3's going to receive himself his first penalty point of the day. Cody Payer, unfortunate. Well, now here's the question. I mean, if you pit now, you can definitely stretch your fuel tank. I think the last caution, it was a little too far away. If you pit now, that fuel run will last to the end. And with the amount of cautions we've had, I'd imagine we'll get an extra chance at it. We got another 60 fan in shaft from Liam Wheeler. Liam Wheeler finds himself in third position right now, as 5 of Davin Thornhill is going to receive his free pass. Lucky dog. Right, we'll see who hits pit road here with 29 laps to go. Dalton Tubbs, first car into the pits he goes. He brings the 36 along with him. A couple guys further back, I believe that'll be the 35 of Daly. Lots of guys further back in the pack willing to go off strategy. 35 car for sure. 36. 897 of Tubbs. Tubbs tops her off. Oh! Almost clips the 30. Thankfully they were ghosted, otherwise that would have been heavy damage leaving his pit stall. 51 car into his pit stall, probably having a repair damage from that wreck. 36 next off pit road. 51, in fact, does not have to repair damage. He goes off quickly. 29, 30 still in his stall. He was involved in the wreck. 35 of Daly. That Oakley machine for TDR. Next off pit road is 7 of Levi Taylor for Back Bumper Bandits. Look out on the racetrack, 3 sitting there to serve his end of line penalty. Look to the front, new leader, 13 of Juan Cobbs Jr., the Duolingo Ford truck has found himself out front. That also means Liam Wheeler finds himself in second. Juan Cobbs, I believe, is going to take the outside lane for this restart. Seems to be the preferred lane when we go green. Definitely gives yourself extra room to fire off. We're getting double stacked here, ready to go green. Just filing into line. We're gonna have ourselves 37 laps to go once we go green. We've had a long, eventful, caution-filled race so far. Hoping to see ourselves a long run here. Definitely can be frustrating, especially for guys who get themselves involved in the wreck. Hate to see it, but In the meantime, we're going to keep on racing. Juan Cobbs Jr. out in front. 04 taps the 60 just a bit. Tell him to catch up. Pace truck's going to pull down into pit road. Oh, I lied. Pace truck stayed out. We're going to wait one more lap. As not quite sure what happened there, but I guess we're waiting one more time around. This works out in favor of the 5 as Davin Thornhill quickly out of pit road, not going to lose a lap and repair some of that damage from earlier. Check up with some Cody Pair fans upset over the previous incident. Meantime, Juan Cobbs gonna roll out on track. We're gonna pace trucks actually hitting pit road this time by. Guys stacking. They've really slowed up the pace of the field. Juan Cobbs gonna fire off here. The one machine's gonna quickly look to try to get to this outside. I have to imagine these guys out in front on older tires, not favorable for some of the faster cars out on track, but they're holding strong. Cobbs gets the car rolling.
Oh.
One shoots to the middle. That was an aggressive move. 60 had to dive real low. 23's now going to get a run. 60's going to be the big hurt from that move. He's falling back all the way to 7th now. Duolingo machine has the 23 car to his inside. One of Ricky Howe's going to push in that TDR machine. That 13, they're going to have the momentum now. They're going to try to pass, and around 13 goes.
There he goes, spinning in the
No
grass.
caution. We stayed green, and caution's out now. Unfortunate for our leader, Juan Cobbs Jr. I believe he's going to spin off the nose.
The one. No.
One machine.
Yes. Of the 23, actually. There he goes. Yeah, it's your call, man.
Bit of an unfortunate incident there. Really hard to tell. He's 23 car obviously trying to side draft. One obviously pushing hard here on that 23. It's hard to tell what exactly happened. We'll see if we can get a different angle on board the one now. One holding the wheel straight. You can see here 13 holding it straight. Yeah, he just goes around. Maybe you see if we can get this angle. Looks like the 23 comes up the track just a bit. And when he comes up the track, him and the 13 get collected. It's hard to tell there, but unfortunate for Juan Cobbs, who found himself towards the front. So we've had ourselves 9th caution of the day. So you have guys hitting pit road here. Gino's going to lead him down pit road. Justin Durant as well. I believe Durant's going to receive the incident point for that last yellow. Up to race control's discretion. Back out on track, we see guys hitting pit road. I mean, now you can definitely make it on fuel from here if you hit pit road. Will the tires last? Really depends. I mean, will we go green? We'll see. One's going to choose, I believe, the inside lane here. Coming across the line to choose as we go one to go. Inside lane it is for Ricky. David Durant. How about Dwayne Crespo up in the 3rd position at the moment, and Dalton Tubbs in the 4th position. They're up 9 and 12 positions respectively from their start. George Bark has hit pit road here, presumably top off on fuel. Davin Thornhill finds himself coming around to be, I believe he's going to be back on the lead lap. Still damage to that 5 machine, but no longer a lap down. We're going to go green here with 21 laps left. Alrighty, pace car hits pit road. We're going to go green here. 21 laps left in this race. Ricky Howell Jr. out in front. Away he goes. He fires off cleanly. He clears himself to the front. 51 found himself in a couple wrecks. He finds himself all the way up in 2nd now. They're going to go 2 wide for 2nd. 97 pushing the 51 down the front stretch. (23) to the inside of the 51 machine. 24 Hershey's for our eyes. 51 for scoring purposes. 23 clears himself over the nose of his brother. 51's now going to push that 23 to the back of the 1 machine. They have a huge run entering turn number 1. (97) of Dalton Tubbs going to get side by side for 3rd. 1 of Ricky Howell still out in front, holding his line. So we have hit 20 laps to go in this race. Still a lot of cars battling on the lead lap here. George Bark back there in 19th, looking to make his way towards the front. Travis Daly as well. A couple guys high up in points, mired deep in the pack right now. We look further back in the pack real quick as 97 of Tubbs taps the wall. 60 of Liam Wheeler making his charge back towards the front yet again. Dwayne Crespo still holding on strong in 5th. Wheeler now going to the inside of the 77. 77 gets real loose. That's going to let the 60, who's blinked out, see if he comes back. I believe we've lost the 60. Unfortunate. Ryan Kaiser, Davin Thornhill at the back of the pack. Well, talking so well of the 60, he had a great run going so far. Internet playing different stories in that household. Very unfortunate to see. Crespo has fallen back. He also has blinked out. Now back in 6th. Desai making his moves back towards the front. Top 5 all bunched together. Couple guys all in contention for the win. Tubbs looking strong in, I believe, his 2nd Truck Series start. Rolling towards the front, as well as the Durans, their 2nd Truck Series start. Tubbs sideways there. He's going to save it, but he's going to lose a lot of time. That 30 is going to get there. 30 hit the wall, though, allows Tubbs to clear himself back. We now have a battle for the lead. 23, Justin Duran. Number 1, Ricky Howell. Both winners on the season, side by side for the lead. Coming to 16 laps to go at Michigan. Howell with the momentum on the outside. He's going to roll the top all the way down this front stretch. 23 side drafts him. They're both going to dive it into one. Howell keeping him tucked up tight, not letting him go for the slide job. Howell's going to have the momentum again on corner exit. 23 is going to be able to side draft. This side-by-side action is going to lure in that 51. Still side-by-side for over a full lap now. Howell once again making sure that 23 can't clear his nose across the front. Going to use the momentum of that high line. Roll all the way down the top. Great racing right now for the lead as the 30 of Desai now makes a move for 2nd. They have been side by side now for almost 2 consecutive laps, nobody giving an inch. 23 of Duran goes a little bit further down the track. He's going to fall back in line now. 2 laps of side by side action. Howell maintains the lead. Duran now under pressure from the other Duran. That Hershey's machine gets a little tight, and the 97 goes around. He spins. He's keeping it straight for the most part. He's going to drift back up the track. Caution is out. Dalton Tubbs out on old tires. I believe just got loose. Not much else to it. That 97 was reckoned loose by himself. And around he goes, bringing out our 10th caution of the night. Ready, we quick caution yet again. Had some time to get spaced out there. Had a run, but with caution coming out now. Wonder who saved those last sets of tires. I think that was probably some of the most laps we've run on tires under green. So we're on lap 67 or 68 of 80. When we go green, there's only going to be 10 laps to go. Gavin, what do you think? You think you gotta take tires here, I'd imagine, right?
Yep.
I mean, you see what that 97 was doing, staying out. If you're the one, you stayed out the last few cautions. But at the same time, that track position with how quickly these cautions can come out, could be very important. It might not even matter so much on the tires. But we're going to see here as guys have the chance to dive to pit road right now. The 1 comes. The 23 comes. The 30 stays out. Oh my goodness, a lot of cars have stayed out. Oh, we had a mixed bag. Lots of guys come, lots of guys didn't. We have about half the field stay out. That is surprising to say the least with how much tires have played. A lot of our leaders, though, come to pit road. This allows some guys to maybe play a strategy call with, 10 laps to go. Give themselves a shot at winning the race. Howell's taking 4 tires, so is Durand. George Bark, 2-tire call, comes out first. So I believe Howell may also have received a speeding penalty in pit road, as that is unfortunate for the 1. George Bark, however, first car off pit road. He's going to be the first car on new tires, only 2. Durand, second car now off pit road. He's got 4, as well as 51 having 4. We had 10 cars stay out. Ryan Kaiser, Cole Christopher, Zachary Evans, Kevin Page, Tim Pugel, Travis Daly. Juan Cobbs back up to 4th after that spin just a short time ago. Mason T. Wilson, last week's almost winner, finds himself with a chance at redemption, restarting in 3rd. In our front row, Caleb Desai, Benjamin Hoare. Who of these guys will come away with the win? Will it be strategy to stay out? Will it be the strategy to take tires that wins them the race? We shall see. Go green the race. With 10 laps to go at Michigan. Sun slowly fading in the background. Desai is our leader. He chose the inside lane. Uncommon move for Desai. Usually big guy to take the outside lane in this league. Leader lane choice playing a big factor into this race. Will we stay green to the end? Time will tell.
I'm guessing not.
Fellow partner in the booth says not. I guess I'll have to say we will. Gotta hope we get both shots at it. Pace car pulls into pit road. Desai hugging that white line. He's going to be first car to fire. Away he goes. 36. Oh, Ford gets a good jump. 04. Wilson, good jump as well. Desai with a great run into 1. He's going to be well clear of the next 2 cars. They're fanning out further in the back. The pack, guys on new tires, guys on old tires. All over the place, and they're around. They did not stay green.
My. I won the guessing
Oh my
game.
goodness. Yellow flag again. 11th caution of the day. 74
77?
of George Bark. I believe the 74 gets tagged by the 51. Simultaneously, the 51 then goes up the track and tags the 77. 51 with a little 2-for-1 there.
Your call.
Unfortunate to see.
Right. What?
Hate to see that.
It says it's. Hmm? Is there like a glitch where like he needs his black flag clear, but
Who? So we did not stay green. We did not even stay green half a lap. 51 making moves on those new tires, trying to get to the front. Instead, involved in wrecks. Current leader Caleb Desai, Mason T. Wilson on gonna restart to the side of the 30. We're gonna go green now with less than 10 laps to go in this race.
so it's there. Who's winning? Wait, what?
Gavin, who's your pick to win this race?
Let's see. Well, it's not Tim. It's not Caleb. I don't know.
I think
I'm just trying.
we'll see the 04 Mason T. Wilson get redemption for last week. So close to winning it. One lap of fuel short. I think he's got a good shot at it. Can never count out 13 Wong Hobbs. And of course, points leader Ricky Howell. Might be mired back in 13th, but newest tires on track, I believe. 17 also on new tires. He's first car with newest tires. Definitely worth noting.
It's gonna be interesting.
It'll be a shootout. Maybe we'll stay green this time.
Doubt it.
Gonna take the one to go. 30 chooses the inside yet again. Worked out in his favor last restart. Ready, we're gonna go green with only 6 laps to go. Anybody's race still. Got lots of
That it
views in
is.
chat. Lots of action still to happen. Best yet to come. Only 10 laps to go when we go green. Thirty of Desai. Gonna get the jump. Pace truck down into pit road. Can this be our final restart? Caleb Desai fires away. He goes quickly.
There he goes.
Jump. The 04
Whoa.
does not go.
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh,
look
that's
like he's
gonna
gonna
stack
win
everybody
this.
up.
Oh, and we're back.
And caution's gonna come out.
Okay, 04 is not winning, so oh my goodness, the big one.
Huge wreck. That's gonna be on the 04 for not going. You hate to see that. Took out
Was it
a
his
lot
first?
of guys
No, that's his second.
up, and that's gonna end the 04's race. Hate to see that for sure. Well, that means we're going to overtime. Or just about. We're going to go green with 2 laps to go. Still anybody's race. I mean, shoot. Now, like I mentioned, Howell, you can never count him out. He's now in 7th. I don't think he got damaged from that incident. So we'll go back and watch the replay. I believe the 04 just does not get going on this restart. Wonder, did he start in the wrong gear? When he doesn't go, it causes everybody else to stack up. Big wreck. Dally involved. Hate to see that yet again. I mean, definitely not what you want to see out on track. Just huge hits for some guys. You know, barely at race, barely up to speed. They barely were even moving, and still inflicting chaos on 6 cars. Oh, Caleb Desai, leader. We're going to go green. 2 laps to go. Only 3 green-white checkers available for use in the truck series. Hopefully we don't have to use any of them, but based on some trends, I would say we'll probably use some.
You think?
I mean, do you think?
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like every truck race that I'm here is just like atrocious with these cautions.
Yeah, just maybe
Cursed.
you're cursed when in the booth. You get the guys getting in incidents. I mean,
They're just nervous because I'm here. That's all
we
it
we
is.
obviously don't want to see wrecks happen, but
They're just nervous.
it's unfortunate when it does. Well, remind you how the day's gone so far. We'll chat it up. Coming to take 1 to go this time by. Desai's going to choose the inside lane. Started off today's stream. Pre-race show. First time ever in the DSA race group. We've had a pre-race show. Got to go over last week's race recap. Current standings going into the race. Ricky Howell, points leader. Got some interviews with the 19, the 35, and the 87. Clearly, once again, commentator curses. They're all way back in the pack.
Yeah.
19, first car out of the race. 87,
It's our fault.
20th. 35, second to last car on the lead lap. So, apologize for cursing the booth, but it was fun, entertaining start to the stream, and then as we've gotten going now, we got all the way to the end. Lots of cautions, 12 today. Just about half this race under caution at this rate. So we're going to go green here, hopefully for the final time tonight. Let's see, can Caleb Desai pick up his first win in the truck series? Winners on the season were Miller, Durand, Howell twice, and Hunter Winkler. But we're going to exit turn 4 here. Caleb Desai is going to lead us into the restart zone yet again. Pace truck's going to pull off here. 36, Benji Hoare on the outside. Juan Cobbs Jr. pushing the 30. Justin Durand all the way back up to the front. Last week's winner pushing the 36. And away we go, 30. Good jump. Not as impressive as some of his other ones. 36 struggles to go. It's going to hurt some of these runs here. 13 car now finds himself in second. 36 got washed way up. 13 blocking big time on that 23. The one of Howell now making his move to the outside of the 17. Got guys all over the place. 13 with a big push. Caleb Desai rolling down. 23 now to the inside. He's coming around. He's going to get the white flag this time by. 23 now up to second. He's going to get the run here on the 30. as we're coming to
On
take the white
plastic.
flag.
Take the white flag, please. Oh, what a
23 dives to the
move!
inside. White
Inside.
flag's been out. Next flag's
Bro,
going to
like
end the
slowed him
race.
down.
23 is going to go down to the inside. They're going to be side
Go
by
three
side. This
wide.
is
Go
going to give
three
the
wide.
chance to
Go
13.
three wide.
13 looking
Oh,
low. 23 washes the 30 up the track.
4 wide.
George Bart's
No,
now in the mix. They're 3
Oh
wide
no.
here for
Good.
third. They're side by side for the lead still. Durand on the inside. Desai on the outside. They're entering turn 3.
Oh! Caution. Oh, isn't that
No
ended?
cautions
Alright,
out.
we're going.
Durand goes to the bottom. They've wrecked behind 30 of
It
Desai.
looks like
He's not going
23's
to
got
get there.
this.
23 is going to roll. Desai's going to have one last shot
Oh,
at
race
it.
over.
Not quite going to get
Race
there. Justin
over.
Durand is going to win back-to-back weeks for the 23 second person to go back-to-back this
Hey.
week. Across the rest of the line. Oh, what a run for the 23. He didn't lead a lot of laps, but he led the laps that count the most. Maximum points day or just about max points day. Sweeping the stages and winning the race. What a run for the 23 car. I mean, no doubt about it. One of the best cars on track. Justin Durand, race winner. Congratulations. He's going to get himself some burnouts second straight week. Run through our finishing order here in just a minute. Justin Durand burns it down on that front stretch. I mean, for as chaotic as that race was, that was definitely a fun ending, no doubt. Durand made the moves there when it mattered the most. He's going to win himself back-to-back races. Gavin, what did you think of that last lap?
Pretty good. One of the best I've commentated on.
Alrighty. Well, we're going to take this time now to grab our top 3 finishers from the race. Justin Durand, Caleb Desai, Juan Cobbs Jr. What a run for the 13. Out on track. I think we'll first grab some of our guys here. Get this set up. Alright, I think first off we'll hit up our winner, the 23 of Justin Durand. Justin, welcome to the booth. Congratulations, back-to-back weeks.
Yes, sir.
I know you led about, I think, 10 laps in the race, but you led the ones that counted the most, the stage wins and the race win. How are you feeling on that last restart there?
I was pretty confident. I had the fresher tires and wasn't a lot of tire wear with the track cooling down a little bit. So I just knew I needed to at least get side by side and fold the side draft. Ran it a little wide in 3 and 4 to push the 30 up. Never touched them though, so I don't know why that wouldn't be just fair game. So
Of course, I know, strong showing last week, able to win and then come back-to-back this week. Earned yourself quite a bit of points, won both stages today. How how are you feeling as far as running down the cut line with now 5 races to go after today?
You max it on points, you got a shot. So we'll keep an eye on that. That'd be a good, I guess, comeback there to be what this 3-4 races and still make it. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Of course. Um, you know, strategy with tires maybe not playing as big of a factor with the cautions. How were you able to space out your stops and make it where you had the freshest set towards the end?
I just knew you had to not take tires for both stage yellows. I mean, we had a lot of caution, so that made that decision a little bit easier, just in case it went green the entire third stage and you needed to stop halfway through so you can take tires both or that time under green and still have it set for a potential late race restart. So I was thinking big picture there the entire time. Luckily, just got to use them in the right spot, avoided all the traffic, and just got by some of the guys on all the tires.
Of course. Well, before we let you go, I want to say congrats on the win. Anyone else you want to mention or thank for the race today?
Thank you guys for broadcasting that. Sure, it was a little fun for whatever green flag racing we had. I was pretty disappointed for how many cautions for cause. This is a pretty big track, so hopefully everybody treats that as just a bit of a learning experience and not does that again. And then everybody at Travis Daly Racing, Cole in the 29, my brother David, Ricky in the 1, Travis in 35, and Zach in the 0 for playing whatever team games we could for that race.
Alrighty, congratulations again, and we'll catch you up later.
Thank you.
Next, we'll pull in our second place finisher, Caleb Desai. Welcome to the booth. Congratulations on second place.
Hold up. I can't even hear y'all. Give me a quick second. So you can sorry.
Caleb, welcome to the booth. Congratulations on second. Maybe a disappointing second, to say the least, having the lead come into the white. How are you feeling after that?
Honestly, I did the best I could for what damage I had. I have wheel damage like lap 60, so I was having to battle through that. That saying that would be the right strategy, but the fresher tires took over on the end for Justin.
I know having a few cautions at the end let everybody group up together. How were you feeling before those cautions with your odds, 10 laps to go, where you could have maybe held them off?
Honestly, I was not feeling too good about it. I honestly felt like the cautions was necessary for me to stay up front with the damage I had. It's like the only thing that I could have done differently is gone in, take the for the damage, but I don't think it would change my outcome any better than what I would have done today.
Of course. Well, still good points today. Nevertheless, caught up in a wreck, rebound to finish second. Nothing to be disappointed about over that. Want to say congrats on second. And anyone you want to thank for today?
Thanks for Crossroads for bringing me into the league as per usual. Congrats on Justin. Congrats on Juan for getting the podium spots. And thanks again for the race.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Caleb, and we'll catch you next week.
All right.
Alright, and last but not least, we'll bring Mr. Juan Cobb Jr. into the booth. Juan, congratulations on the third place finish.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Now, strong showing today from the 13. I appreciate that very much. It was good to see you up front. I know you got caught up in a wreck while leading. Still able to rebound up to the third. How is you able to keep your mind straight and get back up towards the front?
It was crazy, but that's not the first time. We kind of had to go to the back earlier in the race, so just kind of kept the same mentality that, it's a long race. We'll eventually get back up there. We'll eventually get back up and get to battling with the guys up there again.
Of course. I know third place finish is going to help out points wise, how are you feeling as far as that goes? Maybe not running the full schedule, but still a shot at it with 5 to go.
I'm not even sure. I haven't really checked out the points. I don't even know if we're even really qualified for that. We were kind of just running today to try to win it. But hey, if, we'll keep working towards points if that is something that we can actually try for.
I know, probably giving a shot at it in Thursday in Cup. Does this race help you prepare for that?
Oh, most definitely. Fast in the trucks. We're gonna be fast again with that Duolingo Ford Mustang. So uh, we'll be one of the ones to look out for. Of course, we'll be starting from the back again, but we'll make our way up to the front eventually.
Alrighty, good to hear from you, Juan. Anyone else you want to thank today before we head off?
Yeah, of course. Thank my team. They brought a fast car, or truck, I should say. And I just also thank all the fellow racers. And also y'all as the broadcast team. I was watching the broadcast as I raced, did a very great job. And even with the 23, I appreciate him giving me the pushback up there because we did kind of lose a bit of the speed. So, all's all, it's even with me on that. But other than that, on a different note, just also again, thoughts and prayers out to the Bush family. Just always want to add that in there. But other than
Alright.
that,
Well, thank you very much, Juan. Congrats on the 3rd place again, and we'll hope to catch up with you later.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Righty. Well, we'll run through our finishing order real quick here in just a second. Before we sign off, see if we can grab results from the race. Winner Justin Duran, 2nd Caleb Desai, and 3rd Juan Cobbs Jr. Spoke with all of those. Rebound into 4th George Bark, 5th Benjamin Horn, 6th Gino Zito. Good run for the 77, needing all the points he can get. Travis Daly caught up in that late wreck, still finished himself in 7th. 8th Nicholas Isak, 9th Zachary Evan, 10th Cody Pear, Dalton Tubbs 11th, Dominic Luba 12th, Davin Thornhill 13th, Dwayne Crespo 14th, running up front for a while, lines up towards the back unfortunately. Last lap wreck caught some guys up for sure. Cole Christopher, Tim Pugel, Ryan Kaiser round out that. Scroll down, Ricky Howell caught up in the last lap wreck as well. Kevin Page, Mason T. Wilson, Liam Wheeler had some issues as far as race goes. We'll update that later on. Levi Taylor, Alana Bray, and Jaden Duran round out your race results. From the booth, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Special showing with some of our new graphics pre-race show. Look forward to that in future renditions of the broadcast. I want to thank Gavin for joining me as well, and we'll look to catch up with y'all later on. Thank you.